Low Country golf fans. Welcome to Golf Weekly. I'm your host, Daniel Cort. Joined as always by my Chris's. Chris is in the house. Tremblay, Hendrix, what's going on, guys?
Always a pleasure to be here.
Always.
Good stuff happening at the JPGA. We had a very successful weekend up at Kiawah Island. All of our students played up at Cougar Point. Big field, 100 students were playing, and it's getting to the point where I feel like, we said before, we're setting the bar a little high, but we were fortunate enough to take first and second in the boys division and first and second in the girls division. Ewan Ferguson, who we've had on before, came in first, shot a pair of 71s for a 200 total. He nipped Bryson Nimmer, one of our commuting students at the JPGA from Bluffton, South Carolina. Bryson shot 72, 71, and in the girls division we had Izzy Cavito from Chile. Izzy had another victory. She shot a fine 71 in the second round with a double bogey on her 17th hole.
Wow.
Shot a 1 under par, and she beat Anita Iwadi, one of our other students who came in second. So we got first and second in the boys, first and second in the girls, and it'd be nice if it continued on.
You guys aren't slowing down there.
We're trying not to.
I was gonna say, your students are just that good. There's no hands down.
Well, they work hard. They work hard, and they do what we ask of them, and fortunately it's been paying off.
Well, and we talked about this before we came on. It's almost like sometimes when you're on this kind of win streak, you've got these kind of players, you're experiencing the success, you start taking it for granted. And
easy to do.
It's also easy to become a victim of your own success. You keep this up, you might work yourself out of a job in about a year.
I'm setting the bar kind of high, so hopefully it'll continue and we'll be able to stay
Be
up
like
there.
Hendrix and I, bring the bar way down so the expectations aren't very high.
If you don't set high goals, you don't have to worry about achieving them.
There you go.
Right.
It's like average Joe's gym.
That's right.
Chris, what's going on at the golf store?
Golf store, everything's doing great. A lot of inventory coming in. Huge selection of new Scotty Cameron putters and used Scotty Cameron putters, so come on by and do that. Also, don't forget, Valentine's Day is tomorrow. So you guys, I know your girls like to play some golf, so bring them in, get them some new bags, gloves, shoes, whatever they need. We've got it all.
Yeah, I'm really glad you mentioned Valentine's Day. Not that I've forgotten, guys, but thanks for mentioning that.
You need to run and get a card, sounds like to me.
Hey boy. Anywho, let's move
on to the next.
On to the world of golf, guys. We always do our week in review here in our first segment. Brandt Snedeker is the big story in golf. I mean, the story. The guy goes second, first, really extends his lead following his FedEx Championship.
Only one to do it so far.
This year, and moves himself into the number 4 spot in the world rankings behind Woods, McIlroy, and Donald. What do you make of his rise in stardom?
Well, needless to say, he's a great putter, and that's really what it usually comes down to.
Yep.
He's on a roll from the FedEx Cup last year, and he's just flat out playing well. He had a great week again. He won. The prior 2 weeks, he was the runner-up, so he's really building himself up a very nice lead in the FedEx Cup right where he left off last year.
Yeah.
Well, like you said, it is putting, and I always go back to my favorite, Dustin Johnson. Comes off the tee like a champ, but the short game, he's always had issues.
Yeah.
But all these guys come off the tee really well.
Right.
But like you said, it's putting. That's the club that makes the money. It's not the driver. It's the
Yeah,
putter.
and he's got that little pop stroke. He's always been a really good putter. The Poana lends itself to a pop stroke, so he clearly did well there. But what I see in him is that he just looks comfortable in every part of his game.
Very confident.
He's right at the top in all of the overall statistics. And he just seems to be in a really good place in his mind and in his life. And I think that really lends itself to great golf, too.
Definitely.
He's just comfortable, and he even talked about how things with his family are just going great. He had some perspective with the issue with Todd Anderson's son, his coach,
Yes.
who had the accident. So really things have just kind of all fallen in line for Brandt Snedeker, and he's the kind of guy that has the character and the work ethic to take that and run with it.
Well, the only thing that's really slowing him down is his rib cage. Apparently, he's got some soreness there, and he's going to take some time off. He's going to miss the Accenture Match Play Championship, which is a world championship in 2 weeks, and he's hoping to come back in about a month. So he's actually left for Hawaii for a little break with his family to give it a little bit of a rest.
Wow.
Ribs.
Hopefully,
his ribs are hurting.
He'll be back ready to go.
Right. I think he's taking a little hike.
I don't blame him. I think I would
Don't blame him
too.
at all. What else is going on?
Well, in the FedEx Cup, like I said, he's played so well, he's built up a bigger lead. The difference between he and second place is more than the second place person has in points. For instance, Brandt has 1,282 points. Next is Brian Gay with 582. So there's a difference of 700 right there. And then going down the list, Mickelson has 556, Dustin Johnson 516, your guy. Russell Henley 515. So, he's already kind of pulling himself away a little bit. Granted, without, playing the next few weeks, obviously there's a good chance somebody will start to catch up to him.
Yeah.
But he certainly has settled into his position nicely as one of the top players in the world, and there's no reason to think that come major championship time, he shouldn't be a factor in every one this coming year.
I bet Vegas odds are going to be leaning pretty strong on him, especially at Augusta with that putting
Well,
stroke.
you know, it's the putter. Eventually it comes down to the putter, and he has proven himself to be one of the best in the world. So, like I said, there's no reason to think come major championship time, he's not going to be one of the people to always look at. Also, on the Champions Tour this past week,
my boy
Rocco Mediate made his
nice.
debut and won his debut in fine style. He beat Tom Pernice Jr. by 2 shots and Bernard Longer by 2 shots. Corey Pavin and Marco Merrick ended up tying for 4th. And, this Champions Tour is really starting to look like, more and more. It's just like the PGA Tour scoreboards used to look years ago, with a lot of the guys really still playing very well, keeping themselves in shape. But nice to see Rocco win, because he's a good guy.
It is. It looks like an old PGA Tour leaderboard and back in the mid-'80s.
It does.
And Rocco, you got to love him, because he's one of the real true characters and personalities, charisma, that's still out there.
He looks like he actually still has fun out there.
He does. And, speaking of fun, I got to throw this in real quick. Did you see James Hahn pull the dance off at 16?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That's gone viral and's gotten close to 1.5 million hits. I think what that says is the younger generation wants to see these guys not take themselves so seriously. Have a little bit more fun. Golf needs that, and I think we're moving in that direction, so it's a good thing.
Agreed.
There's a youth movement certainly
Kind of like
moving in
Happy
golf.
Gilmore.
Oh, let's don't even go there. Hey, that's all the time we got here. When we come back, we're going to be joined by Jim Urimovich, the head pro at Old South. He's been a frequent guest of ours. Jim is going to be here talking about the Easy Go Golf Pro-Am, the 3rd annual. He's going to tell us all about it. Stay with us.